you for joining this meeting. We would like to discuss a partnership for promoting our international tour packages.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting us. We are interested in working together, but we need competitive price for our customer.
Thank you for your interest. We believe our hotel can provide excellent accommodation and service for Australian tourists.
That sounds good. However, our client expect international standard, including fast check-in, English-speaking staff, and high-quality facilities.
We understand your expectations. Our hotel already provides English-speaking staff and international standard facilities.
I appreciate that. However, your current package price is still too high. We need at least a 25% discount for our group bookings.
Thank you for your feedback. A 25% discount would be difficult for us because it would significantly reduce our profit margin.
I understand, but many other hotels are offering similar package at lower price.
We appreciate your concern. Could you explain the expected group size and booking frequency?
We expect group of 30 to 50 tourists with at least 2 groups every month.
Thank you for the clarification. Based on the commitment, we are willing to negotiate.
We can offer a 15% discount for groups of 30 guests and a 20% discount for groups of 50 guests or more.
This is a good start, but we are hoping for something closer to 25%.
In addition to the discount, we can provide complimentary airport transfer and welcome drink for all group guests.
That added value is attractive. Could you also guarantee a maximum check-in times of 10 minutes for group arrivals?
Yes, we can arrange a special group check-in counter to meet that requirement.
Excellent. In that case, we are prepared to accept the 20% discount for group of 50 or more guests.
Wonderful, we are pleased to reach an agreement.
We look forward to a successful partnership.
Thank you for our cooperation.
Okay, thank you. We are excited to begin promoting your hotel in Australia.
I would like to explain the stage of the meeting. Number one, identify the stage of the meeting. Number one, opening. The meeting starts with greetings and an introduction of the purpose of the discussion. Number two, discussion. Both parties explains their needs, expectations, and concerns regarding their partnership. Number three, negotiation. The Australian team requested a large discount. Will the Indonesian team offer it alternative solution and benefit? Number four, clarification. Both parties clarified their expectation regarding group size, booking frequency, and service standard. Number five, adjournment. The participants reached a mutual agreement on pricing, service, and promotional cooperation. Number six, closing. The meeting ended with appreciation and confirmation of the partnership.
Next, number two, explain the negotiation strategy used by each party. Australian team use a direct and straightforward communication style, clearly stated their expectation and requirements, request a significant discount to increase competitiveness, compared the hotel's offer with competitors' price, and Indonesian team use a polite and cooperative communication style, avoided rejecting the request directly, offered alternative benefits such as airport transfers and welcome drinks, focused on creating a win-win solution for both parties.
Number three, identify the cultural difference that appeared during this discussion. First, Australian communication directly and openly. Second, Indonesian communication more carefully and politely. Third, Australian focus on efficiency and business result. 4. Indonesian implicit maintaining a good relationship and mutual respect.
Next, number 5, explain how to overcome cultural misunderstandings. First, practice active listening. Second, ask for clarification when necessary. Third, use clear and professional language. 4, respect different communication style. 5, focus on common goals and mutual benefits. Next, number 5, provide recommendation to improve international communication effectiveness. First, learn about the business culture of international partner. Second, use professional and easy to understand English. Third, prepare a clear meeting agenda before discussion. 4, avoid ambiguous experience. 5, confirm important decision in writing. 6, create meeting minutes after every meeting. 7, maintain respectful and open communication.
So in the meeting minutes, the point on the meeting was on the first, the discussion summary is telling about the Australian team request that lower promotional price. Then the Australian team expected international service standard. On third, the hotel explained the limitation regarding a 25% discount. And fourth, both parties negotiated alternative solutions. Fifth, additional benefits were offered. Sixth, the final offer was accepted. 10, on the final agreement, the 15% discount for a group of 30 guests, 20% discount for a group of 50 guests or more, complimentary airport transfer, complimentary welcome drinks, special check-in counter for groups, and last, partnership begins next month. Okay, thank you. Hi, introduce myself. My name is Andi Ahmad Zakli with student ID number 0931 25 2028, and I want to tell what are the terms or use of cross-cultural communication. The first one is the cultural awareness, the ability to recognize and understand cultural difference and similarities. Second is the cultural sensitivity, the ability to respect and appreciate difference without judgment. 3 is cultural intelligence, the capability to adapt and function effectively in cultural diverse situations. 4 is the intercultural competence, the skill and knowledge needed to communicate effectively with people from different cultures. 5 is the ethnocentrism, the belief that one own culture is superior to other and tendency to judge other culture by own standard. 6 is stereotyping, making generalized assumption of people based on their cultural background. 7 is prejudice, a preconceived opinion or attitude toward individual or group from different cultures. 8 is nonverbal communication, communication through body language, facial expression, gesture, eye contact, and other nonverbal cues. 9 is the high context culture, a culture where communication relies heavily on context relationship and implicit message. 10 is low context cultural, a culture where communication is direct, explicit, and relies mainly on spoken or written words. 11 is the cultural adaptation, the process of adjusting to a new cultural environment. 12 is intercultural interaction, communication and interaction between people from different cultural background. 30 is cultural diversity, the presence of multiple cultural groups within a society or organization. 40 is the cultural empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings and perspective of people of different culture. 50 is the cultural negotiation, the process of negotiating with individual or group from different cultural background. 60 is the identify negotiation, a process of managing and expressing one identity of interaction. 70 is the cultural misunderstanding, miscommunication or conflict caused by something cultural difference. 18 is power distance, the extent to which a society accepts unequal distribution of power. 19 is collectivism versus individualism, a cultural dimension that describes whether people prioritize group goals or individual goals. 20 is intercultural communication, the exchange of information idea between people from different cultural backgrounds. Okay, I think that's what I can say. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Juliet Tezan Latif Solihin dari kelas E Manajemen dengan NIM 0930 1425105. Saya akan menghafal frasa atau terms dari cross-culture communication. Number 1 is cultural awareness, the ability to recognize and understand cultural differences and similarities. Number 2, cultural sensitivity, the ability to respect and appreciate cultural difference without judgment. Number 3, cultural intelligence, the capability to adapt and function effectively in cultural diverse situations. Number 4, intercultural competence, the skill and knowledge needed to communicate effectively with people from different culture. Number 5, ethnocentrism, the belief that one own culture is superior to other and the tendency to judge other culture by one's own standard. Number 6, stereotyping, making generalized assumption about people based on their culture background. Number 7, prejudice, preconceived opinion or attitude toward individual or group from different cultures.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, saya Salsabila Malangi dengan NIM 0930 1425007. Di sini saya akan menyebutkan beberapa cross-cultural communication vocabulary. Yang pertama ada non-verbal communication, communication through body language, facial expression, gesture, eye contact, and other non-verbal cues. Second, high context culture, a culture where communication relies heavily on context, relationship, and implicit message. Third, low context culture, a culture where communication is direct, explicit, and relies mainly on spoken or written words. Four, cultural adaptation, the process of adjusting to a new cultural environment. 5. Intercultural interaction, communication and interaction between people from different cultural backgrounds. 6. Cultural diversity, the presence of multiple cultural groups within a society or organization. 7. Cultural empathy, the ability to understand and share the feeling and perspective of people from different cultures. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, saya April Rauf. Pada video kali ini saya akan menghafalkan frasa tentang cross culture communication. Yang pertama ada respect difference, yaitu menghormati perbedaan. Yang kedua listen careful, yaitu mendengarkan dengan seksama. Yang ketiga communicate clearly, yaitu berkomunikasi dengan jelas. Yang keempat ada avoid assumption, yaitu menghindari berasumsi. Yang kelima ada ask for clarification, yaitu meminta klarifikasi. Yang keenam ada be open minded, yaitu berpikir secara terbuka. Dan yang ketujuh ada understand culture, yaitu memahami budaya. Yang kedelapan ada show respect, yaitu menunjukkan rasa hormat. Yang kesembilan ada build trust, yaitu membangun kepercayaan. Dan yang terakhir ada work together, yaitu bekerja sama. Sekian dari saya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.